Welcome back. The numbers are coming in thick and fast, and so are the newsmakers. We now have, I believe, live with us former Home Minister, former Finance Minister, Mr. P. Chidambaram, who was the man who, dare I say, was the architect of the Congress's manifesto. Sir, I know your party has taken a decision not to engage or speak on the exit polls, but I want to ask you this before we go ahead. What would you believe are the two key things that worked well for the India Alliance in these elections, and what would be the two things that did not work as up to expectations?
Well, I can't speak for all of India. I can only say from my personal experience in Tamil Nadu and visits to a couple of southern states, what worked for us was, one, the manifesto. Number two, the aggressive, assertive campaign mounted by the India bloc leaders. And three, the cohesion between Congress, DMK, SP, RJD, Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray, and NCP Sharad Pawar. I think all six leaders worked together and mounted an aggressive campaign. I have elsewhere described it as an unusually aggressive campaign. I think these are the things that worked for us. What may not work for us, may not have worked for us, I'll have to wait to talk to my colleagues when I return to Delhi.
Right. Mr. Chidambaram, the Congress manifesto was in some point the focal point of the BJP's campaign, because the Prime Minister consistently talked about it. In fact, he brought in the issue of Muslim quotas, things that the manifesto did not say, said, all that. How do you feel about that, sir?
Well, I was surprised that the Prime Minister did not speak about his own party's manifesto. I have not heard a single speech of the Prime Minister or any of the other leaders of the BJP where they went into the contents of their manifesto and sold the promises of the manifesto. In fact, the manifesto was only a string of praises for Mr. Narendra Modi. There was no structure or content to the manifesto. Okay. The manifesto was not even called election manifesto. Whereas in the Congress's manifesto, there were specific statements, specific promises, and specific schemes. And as far as I know, they became the widely talked about points among the people. For example, the Mahalakshmi scheme, the apprentice scheme, the 400 rupees minimum wage for Magan workers, the loan write-off for defaulted education loans, okay, the 30 lakh vacancies that will be filled.
Right.
I think everybody, every section of the people knew about these specific promises.
Sir, while you make that point, and I know I don't want to ask you for a reaction on the exit poll numbers which are flashing on our screens as we speak to you. No, I'm not asking you for that. The Home Minister has said that the Congress is in denial mode and hence not participating in the exit polls conversation. How do you respond to that?
I have no comment. This is an indirect way of asking me to comment on the exit poll.
Okay.
I've never commented on an exit poll.
Okay, Mr. Chidambaram, a lot of us feel that, after the Ayodhya Pran Pratishtha ceremony, the Congress could have put in a lot of effort, but it seemed to a lot of us that the Congress started a little bit late. Do you think there were some problems with the party's campaign, at least with respect to, like starting early?
The campaign at the top was not slack. The campaign at the top was quite vigorous, quite aggressive, and quite intense. But I don't know the campaign at the constituency level or the district level. I don't know the campaign mounted by each candidate and the district Congress committees and the block Congress committees. I can't speak about that. I can only speak about Tamil Nadu. and to some extent about Kerala.
And sir, what would your expectations be with regard to Tamil Nadu and Kerala? Because some of the earlier, initial trends are saying that the DMK Congress alliance could be doing really well in Tamil Nadu, but the BJP could also be making a mark there.
I maintain what our alliance leaders have consistently maintained since April 19, when Tamil Nadu went to polls. For the last 1.5 months, we have all maintained, after intense analysis and getting feedback from the ground, that we are poised to win all 40 seats in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. The margins may be lower than last time because the parties were fighting separately and they will poll their respective votes. But I think we are poised to win all 40 seats. Last time, we slipped in one seat because of internal problems. If there are special internal problems in a constituency of which I'm not aware, we may slip in one constituency or the other. But by and large, we are confident that we will win all the 40 seats.
As you say that, sir, would you agree that one of the problems for the Congress is that, like a Tamil Nadu or a Kerala in the south, you don't have that one state in the north, which is a direct Congress-BJP battle, where the Congress can claim to sweep. And sweep, by sweep, I mean win all the seats. Even in states where the Congress says it is doing well, it's only still looking at a close second position to the BJP. Would you believe that that's the key problem?
That's not correct. In 2019, it was practically a straight fight between BJP and Congress in Punjab, and the Congress won 8 of the 13 seats. Today, I think it's a straight fight between Congress and BJP in Haryana, in Rajasthan, in Madhya Pradesh. Therefore, either you win or lose, but those are straight fights. We have won in these states, we have lost in these states.
Okay.
So I don't agree that there are no states in which there is a straight fight between the Congress and the BJP.
I mean, win or lose by a huge margin. I'm talking of sweep. I mean, doing away with the BJP in a state, like winning 25 out of 25 in a state. You don't have that kind of states in the north.
Maybe you're right. We may not have even a state in the south if the Congress and the BJP fought alone without an alliance against each other. There's no state in the south either. In the south, we have always had alliance on one side and alliance on the other. So you're asking a hypothetical question.
Okay.
Where there's no state in the south either.
Professor Sandeep Shastri here has a quick question for you as well, who's on the panel here. Go ahead, Professor Shastri.
Sir, with the polls more or less closing, would you believe that given the type of focus you had on the Congress manifesto, it may have been better if the alliance had come up with a manifesto, had come up with a common minimum program, had a common strategy in the campaign? Would that have boosted the chances of the alliance much more?
I can't comment on that, but I can point out the difficulty. The alliance parties are essentially single state parties. DMK in Tamil Nadu, SP in UP, RJD in Bihar, Shiv Sena in Maharashtra. It's very difficult for a national party joining hands with other state parties to evolve a common manifesto for the whole country. It's very difficult. It's possible if you form the government, you can have a common minimum program. But pre-election, before the election, it's very difficult to try to forge a common manifesto. I would not be able to do that. And maybe there is somebody you have in mind who can work on such a manifesto. It's very difficult.
Thank you, Mr. Chidambaram, for joining us. us. That was former Finance Minister and Home Minister P. Chidambaram joining us, talking about the pluses and minuses of the Congress campaign. But Veera, we look at the numbers there. The numbers have trickling in, and we do have some sense of clarity, at least with respect to some South Indian states. And we do have an esteemed panel with us, and a panel of guests. Professor Sandeep Shastri joins us, Professor Shugata Srinivasa Raju, and also Amitabh Tiwari, who's a political analyst, is joining us, also a data expert. Thank you all of you for joining us on NDTV.
That's right. We've got all of them, and you've got both Sandeep Shastri and Shugata Srinivasa Raju from Karnataka. Let's start with Karnataka in terms of the numbers. Some of the polls predicting, they're 3-5 for the Congress, some predicting up to 7, but the Congress's own expectations was much, much, much higher. When you see these exit poll projections that are coming out in terms of Karnataka, what do we make of it?
Also, because there was so much talk about guarantees, Professor Shastri, I remember you telling me that it's going to be a close fight. But tell us, these are just exit poll numbers and we have to wait till the 4th of June. But clearly, there is something about the Congress campaign that may not have worked if the numbers are just going to remain the same as 2019.
If these numbers hold out, what it clearly shows is the trend continuing of the Karnataka voter making a clear distinction between a Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha poll. We have seen this in the past 3 elections. The Congress or the Congress-led coalition is in power in the state, but they lose the Lok Sabha election. So if these trends are going to be what we see on the 4th of June, it clearly indicates the Karnataka voter, mindful of the fact that you have a Congress government in Karnataka, has focused on the Lok Sabha elections and the government which is likely to come to power in Delhi.
So the JDS alliance did work out, isn't it, Shugata?
Yeah, see, people thought of the JDS as a South Karnataka party, but they forgot to sort of point out that the JDS has small numbers of, say, 1 lakh votes or 1.5 lakh votes in, say, Kalyan Karnataka or in the Belgaum area, in those areas. So even if the BJP, assuming that the BJP was not as buoyant or as good as last time, I think something made up. And it's an alliance of 2 dominant communities, Lingayats and Okaligas. And the OBCs, majority of the OBCs except the Kurubas, have always gone with the BJP.
Right.
So, I'm not really surprised with the numbers. I'm surprised with the, if there is a drop of, I was expecting around 10 for the Congress. And if there is a drop, then the old trends continue as.
Let's just look at the numbers that we have. We have what? We have 1, 2, 3. We've got about 6 exit polls on Karnataka specifically. The highest number that I see on my screen for the Congress is about 8. Most of them predicting 6, 7 to 5, 4 to 8, 3 to 5 kind of thing. The India Today Axis My India poll saying 23 to 25 for the NDA, 3 to 5 for the Congress. Jan Ki Baat giving 21 to 23 for the NDA, 7 to 5 for the Congress. India TV CNX giving 19 to 25 for the Congress. That's a huge range. 19 to 25 for the NDA and 4 to 8 for the Congress. So by and large, directionally, the polls seem to be suggesting that yes, the Congress may gain seats compared to its 2019 performance, which was a disaster for the party, when it had an alliance with JDS, but suggesting that the BJP still seems to be holding firm to its bastion there along with JDS. But Manisha Priyam also joins us very quickly. Manisha, what is the takeaway then for the BJP itself? Because much was spoken about the internal battles within the BJP. If these exit poll numbers, and obviously it's a big if, hold true on the 4th of June, what is the takeaway for the state BJP unit?
So definitely the shift away to Yediyurappa, going back to old style politics, that's what seems to have paid off for them. So, that plus whatever alliance has been made with the JDS, that's been a plus factor definitely. I do believe that it's a dramatically different election even as compared to the state elections for Karnataka, and I think that's what paid off for the BJP definitely to be in pole position. For the Congress party, lots of answering to do because they had just about swept the assembly election with such large numbers. I think the soul searching will have to be done on their part as to why they are not able to move the ground, having done it just immediately in the past.
Yeah, the other point that I wanted to make is the ticket distribution of the Congress. When I've been writing about it, I was pretty skeptical about it because 18 of the 28 were, it was a very incestuous kind of a distribution, children of ministers, brothers, daughters-in-law. So, they were very, very risk averse. So that is, I think, may have contributed. We still have to wait for the results. Right. But that's one thing. And the second thing is delivery of the guarantees. Nobody has been reporting that in the national press. The delivery of the guarantees, there has been a lot of last mile problems.
We'll have to hold all this and verify all this on the 4th of June. But Tamil Nadu is the other state, Amitabh, that's interesting here. We've got again about five polls that have come out, and some predicting 1-2 seats for the NDA. There 2 to 4 in some of the polls as well that's coming out. That is again an extremely interesting result, because the AIADMK, most exit polls seem to be showing 0 to 2. That's the highest range that we see for the AIADMK, whereas the NDA, in fact, the India TV CNX even predicting 5 to 7. ABP C Voter predicting 0 to 2. India News D Dynamics predicting 2. India Today, Axis My India predicting 2 to 4. Amitabh Tiwari, quickly your reaction on Tamil Nadu before I go to A. Saravanan of the DMK, who joins us live.
No, essentially it's in line with the estimates, because people were believing that the BJP will be able to open its account this time, because they have emerged as a clear alternative to the DMK, at least at the national level. And if you see, what is happening is that even the best estimates are showing 7 seats, which means if the BJP has been able to make severe dent in the AIADMK votes, which is largely anti-DMK vote, then the BJP will be able to do well in few seats like Theni or a Kanyakumari or Coimbatore, where Annamalai is contesting.
Right. We have A. Saravanan joining us. He's from the DMK. So how do you see most of the early surveys, exit poll surveys, predicting a clear, comfortable win for the DMK, but of course saying that the BJP is also going to make a mark with at least 2 to 3 seats. And today the Prime Minister coincidentally was also in Kanyakumari, and he has said that, his love for Tamil Nadu is not limited by politics. It's an ideological thing for him. So clearly you do have a rival in the making. If not, it's being manifested now straight away. But clearly the BJP is rising in Tamil Nadu, isn't it?
See, if the exit polls in the state of Tamil Nadu is how exit polls are conducted across the country, take it from me, BJP will not be able to get 200 to 220 seats, not more than that. BJP is not winning this election.
Saravanan.
It is the India Alliance which is going to win this election. We all know what the Godi media does.
Okay.
The Godi media in the last 10 years have been an enabler of the BJP government, and they are trying to do the same even now. I'm telling you, we are having reports from the state of Tamil Nadu. In the state of Tamil Nadu, we have been there on the ground. BJP will not be able to win even a single seat. The next dominant party in the state of Tamil Nadu is ADMK. If for something people are not going to choose DMK, they will choose only ADMK, not the BJP, because BJP has not done anything for the state of Tamil Nadu. They will not be able to win any seat from the state of Tamil Nadu. They have betrayed. If the Prime Minister is doing his tapas at Vivekananda, let me finish. At Vivekananda Rock, probably that is to atone for his betrayals to the state of Tamil Nadu. And you are discussing about Karnataka as though already.
Saravanan, hang on, my friend.
Let me finish.
Hold on to Tamil Nadu first. No. You made a lot of points, and I'm just going to ask you a very quick question in terms of Tamil Nadu. Very quickly, even if the BJP wins 1 seat in Tamil Nadu and gets a significant vote share elsewhere, would you agree that that's a big threat for the DMK? A. B, while you say that, and I agree that these are all purely just exit polls at this stage, the indication seems to be that the NDA alliance, that's with several different factions of different parties in Tamil Nadu, seems to be doing better than the AIDMK-DMDK alliance. Is that the other threat that you're saying? Let's just for a moment take the exit polls on face value.
If the exit polls are to be taken on face value, it is the ADMK which has to do a lot of soul searching. See, we have told it is the USP of the BJP, ally with a local party, regional party, demolish that and try to take their votes. That is what the ADMK is the party which has to be afraid of the BJP, and I think Mr. Edapadi Panichami took the right call by not allying with the BJP. And let me come back to Karnataka. And you are discussing that they are not going to, the trend is last elections in Karnataka, BJP won 26 seats. If they are not getting 26 seats, if all the exit polls are not giving them 26 seats, then it is a climb down.
Okay,
and you think after, just let me finish this. See, after Prajwal Revanna's episode,
Okay.
and after Mr. Modi campaigning for Prajwal Revanna, at least in the 14 seats, you think the people of Karnataka are not going to vote
Okay, let's
NDA
get RP
because
Okay,
they
sir.
supported
BJP
Prajwal
spokesperson
Revanna?
there.
What kind of a joke is this?
Yes.
What kind of a joke are this?
Okay,
People are saying
Saravanan,
by
we've got
kind
it.
of
You'll
this
have
exit
enough time
polls.
to argue this after the 4th of June.
Yes,
and
we will
till
do
the
it.
4th of
We
June
will
as well,
do
we
it.
can debate
Prior
about the
to
exit
that,
polls.
It is my
But
duty.
for the
See,
moment,
let me finish this.
you know, let's...
No, Raghav, let me finish this.
Yeah.
See, prior to that, this is just a perception management, and today, what you have to discuss is this. Mr. Jairam
Okay.
Ramesh has
Okay.
put out a tweet that Jai Shah had spoken to 150
Yes,
collectors.
Mr. RP
What is
Singh,
any
would you
reason?
like to respond
Why should he
to
speak
whatever
to
Mr.
150
Saravanan is saying?
collectors?
Because you know,
That is
the
what you
exit
should
poll
discuss.
survey seem to
Not
suggest
this
that your
imaginary
party
exit poll
could be headed to
where
a
the
comfortable
Gaudiya
victory.
media is again
Was it
exposed.
within your expectations, sir? Mr. Singh?
I didn't get you.
Mr. RP Singh, would you like to respond to what the DMK spokesperson has been saying? Clearly, some exit polls have shown BJP to be, getting 1 or 2 seats in Tamil Nadu and also in Kerala. What are your expectations from the south of India?
Well, all exit poll has shown that we are getting 1 or 2 seats, and some have shown that we are touching 5 also. So don't say that some exit poll shows. Some exit poll shows 2, but there is some which shows 5 also. So this time we are going to open our account in Tamil Nadu also, and then it's very clear that people are fed up of the DMK style of working, the corruption in the DMK government, the way the DMK government has performed. And then it's also the way they have tried to bifurcate the country on the name of Sanatana, and they are trying to divide the society on the name of Sanatana. So people are going to respond on that. And then from here on, we will take the journey forward. And then we are very sure that we will do better in forthcoming assembly election also. And we will be power to reckon with in forthcoming assembly election. And it's not only Tamil Nadu. In even Kerala, we are opening our account. In Karnataka, in spite of all the best efforts by Mr. Siddharamaiah and Mr. Sheikh Kumar, we are doing quite well. As per your exit poll, we are touching almost 25 to 26 seats. Give me a second, please? In Telangana, we are increasing our tally. In Andhra, we are doing much better, and we probably will win 4 seats. I don't know what your exit poll shows, or you have shown the exit poll on Andhra and all. So put together, we'll be one of the leading parties in South this time.
Okay, we'll have a special focus on Andhra Pradesh. Remember, it's a simultaneous election there, both assembly as well as parliamentary election later in the show. But for the moment, we have Professor Jyotsna Tirunageri of the TDP. Ma'am, most exit polls, and I only have the numbers as far as the parliamentary election is concerned, suggesting a clear win for the NDA. The lowest number that seems to be is from the Jan Ki Baat poll, giving just 10 to 14 for the Alliance and 13 to 8 for the YSRCP. ABC voter saying 21 to 25 for the NDA. In terms of the assembly election, is the worry then really of whether the TDP by itself will have a majority, or will it be just possibly falling shy of that? Is that the worry for the TDP at the moment?
I don't think it's a worry at all, because we are winning, and we are winning big. Let me reiterate my statement. We are winning, and we are winning big. Because when it comes to the assembly numbers, almost majority of the surveys have given anything plus 125 to the alliance. So our alliance is doing really good when it comes to the assembly thing. And also in the parliament, as you rightly suggested and noted it down, Raghav, we are very going very good in terms of parliament numbers also. The maximum that has been given to us is somewhere around 20 plus, and the minimum, as you said, is given to us is somewhere around 13. So we are doing good. No worry at all when it comes to Andhra Pradesh. We are forming the government. And the major issues, as I earlier quoted also in NDTV, were the governance issues and the unmet promises by YSRCP. The pulse of the people is very
Also
clear.
joining us now is Tausifur Rahman of the TMC. Sir, most of the exit polls, the trends that have come in right now say that the BJP could be increasing its tally of 18 seats to at least 21 to 26. In fact, there are at least 3 surveys that say that the BJP could be somewhere around 22 to 25 and the TMC could be reduced to say 18 to 16 seats. And so that, I mean, there was a lot of stuff that happened in your state in the last 1 year, from ED raids to arrests of ministers to Sandesh Khali, and of course there's also the Lakshmi Bhandar which Mamata Banerjee also sort of in some ways put in place. But clearly with the BJP rising, it means that people of the state seem to be looking for a change, isn't it? If the numbers hold true, that is.
Asking votes on the basis of what we have done in last 10 years, and I want to ask Shri Narendra Modi ji, if he has been working for last 10 years, he wouldn't be seeking for 45 days of meditation. Actually, this meditation is a sheer kind of media attention, but nevertheless, that's his habit and he will continue doing that. And about this exit poll, of course, when last time, 2021, when Amit Shah was in town, he was, expecting 200 seats from West Bengal assembly seats. But everyone knows how much he got. Now, again, the BJP will say, we hum teen the, fir 80 aage. That's a different narrative altogether. But while the BJP is only focusing on the number of seats they have won in Lok Sabha, or they will win in the Lok Sabha, they are conveniently ignoring the dismissal performance in the assembly election across India, not only West Bengal, ma'am. I mean, out of 28 seats of India, BJP has faced a humiliating defeat. West Bengal, Karnataka, Himachal Pradesh, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Delhi, Jharkhand, Kerala, Punjab, Tamil Nadu. I mean, if you see, if we leave aside the coalition, the BJP is in power in only 6 states. I mean, that speaks the number. So we are not concerned much about the exit poll. We understand even you guys are under pressure. This is NDTV and other channels as well, but you are doing a good job. So let's see. I mean, with this meditation or media attention, Modi ji will face the exit gate on 4th June, or his meditation will be working there. Let's see.
That's an interesting point that you make there. Pawan Verma as well joins us. From the initial numbers that we have, Pawan, at the moment, what would be the overview? It seems to be comfortably putting the NDA well past 300 mark.
Well, I believe that the NDA will come back to power. I say this because I have no particular bias for the BJP, but at the moment I don't belong to any political party, so I can give an objective assessment. It is a victory, but it is a victory largely by default and some achievements. The achievements, I think, are still the continued popularity, personal popularity of Prime Minister Modi, and I think some degree of genuine success in the policies of welfareism, especially rations, the 5 kilo of rations which have reached 80 crore people and will influence Mahila votes in particular, which have become very important in this election.
Okay.
The con side to this is that, I'll just take a minute more, that it is a positive, not a positive vote for the BJP, but a vote by default. When I say vote by default, I mean that while there is visible and legitimate discontents, when faced with the question, if not Modi, who? The opposition does not appear to be a very attractive proposition.
Right.
And these are parliamentary elections.
Right.
Right.
So therefore, while the brand Modi of Modi ji has declined, his popularity has declined, there is a sense of fatigue also with him. But the opposition has been remarkably ineffectual in channelizing these discontents into a coherent and electorally effective narrative.
Right.
Okay,
So
that's
it's
your big
advantage
takeaway from
BJP and
the exit polls.
Yes.
But we'll have to take a very short break because we'll be going state by state as well in terms of numbers and doing a deep dive and understanding how it plays, including the important state of Andhra Pradesh. Remember, where Vasudha, an assembly election as well.
And remember, these are just exit polls. The final numbers are to come on the 4th of June, so we'll have to wait for that.
Welcome back. Our continuing coverage of all the exit polls that are coming in now. Let's focus on the state of Andhra Pradesh. Most polls, at least in terms of parliamentary seats that's being projected, seem to be suggesting a clear win for the TDP, BJP, JSP alliance in that state with 25 parliamentary seats. But it's also a state with 175 assembly seats up for the elections. And my colleague Uma Sudhir tracks that state very closely along with several other states across the southern and the rest of India. Uma, you've got a special panel as well. I want to begin with a focus on Andhra Pradesh because that seems to be very interesting as well in terms of the exit poll numbers coming out.
Thank you, Veera. Yes, indeed, Andhra Pradesh is certainly the more exciting of the two Telugu states for us here, observing these two Telugu states as well. And yes, the poll of polls seems to indicate an 18 number for the TDP plus, as we would call it here, the NDA, and only about 7 to the YSRC, and the Congress that would hope to reopen, should I say, its account in Andhra Pradesh. The bifurcated state they were never able to open the account, and that seems to be getting a 0 as of now. I have with me, yes, as you mentioned, a very special panel, Mohan Guruswamy, who's a policy analyst, political analyst as well, Mr. Ramchandra Rao, who's a senior BJP leader, and I have Balu Pulipaka from the Deccan Chronicle. He's a political editor of the Deccan Chronicle. Mr. Mohan Guruswamy, I'm going to go to you first. This 18 number for the BJP plus, or should I say TDP plus in Andhra Pradesh, no surprise?
Well, it's a surprise to me because there are several polls in Andhra Pradesh. Both are varying wildly. So, I must admit it's a surprise. I think I could conceptualize a half as a plausible scenario there. But I don't believe in exit polls. Exit polls are really way off. I'm watching other exit polls here. We show completely different trends, even in UP. One exit poll is showing the Gathbandhan ahead of NDA. So let's wait. There's only 3 more days now. It's all there in the box. The fates have been sealed.
Yes, indeed, excitement. Balu, what about you? Like Mr. Mohan is mentioning, it could be 17 YSRC and people would still say, oh, okay, that happened.
I won't be surprised if people say that happened. But the fact is that, there has been a lot of resistance, and it's not really surprising to see these numbers right now, the exit poll numbers, giving NDA, TDP alliance 18 or around that, and YSRCP 7. I'm not at all surprised at these numbers. I'll stop there for just for now, but not surprising at all. There was a lot of resistance to YSRCP from whatever I have understood during the campaign, and it's reflecting in the Lok Sabha exit
coming
polls.
Together of these 3 parties, really. I mean, if the BJP didn't have a presence at all, if you're hoping to get those numbers, at least a couple of them you're hoping will actually come to you from Andhra Pradesh as well, where you have not been, really having a presence on the ground.
Surely, I admit that we don't have that much of presence, but we have presence definitely, because it was our vote share that made the TDP and BJP alliance to come into power in 2014, because the slender margin was there between the YSRCP and the TDP alliance, NDA alliance then. But even now, BJP and TDP and also PRP with the Janasena, we are in alliance now, and definitely that alliance will definitely get more seats than the YSRCP. And moreover, we have the Modi image is also there. People want Modi as third term Prime Minister. So that will also help, whatever may be the local conditions politically. But as far as the national scene is concerned, the people of Andhra Pradesh, especially Telugu people, would definitely vote for the NDA alliance, and definitely BJP will win more seats and the NDA will have more seats than the YSRCP.
We also have Ravikant Reddy joining us. He's a political editor for the Hindu newspaper. Ravi, the numbers that the NDA seems to be getting in Andhra Pradesh, you think the caste factor is a big factor in Andhra Pradesh when we talk about elections and voting. So does that mean that the Kamma Kapu combination has really worked?
Work with it.
Am I audible now, Uma? Uma, am I audible?
Yes, please go ahead, Ravi.
Yeah. Going by the numbers,
yes, please go ahead.
Going by the numbers that exit polls threw up, I think definitely the Kamma Kapu combination seems to have worked out. But I still feel you can't rule out YCP because it's a big, strong force in Rayalaseema region, and that is where I think they are going to get most numbers. And like exit polls, they are throwing diverse figures. So as Dr. Mohan Guruswamy said, it's very difficult to gauge sitting here whether these numbers are true or not. But definitely the Kapu-Kamma combination definitely worked this time for the Mahakutami, and BJP also throwing up with their lot, with their weight in several other factors. I think it seems to have worked out for Mahakutami as far as increasing their numbers. But I really can't say these are the real numbers.
Okay, skepticism over what could be the real numbers. Very often we find parliament and assembly elections, when they happen together, people tend to vote on similar lines. YSRCP and Jagan Mohan Reddy have mounted their campaign on that big welfare agenda that he had. So does that mean that paying people, taking care of welfare, doesn't really translate into votes if these numbers really hold?
Well, if these numbers hold good, then of course it's going to stand politics completely on a different footing in this country. Question of welfare politics working is questioned. But I don't think it's going to happen. People are generally grateful for what they get. And even in Telangana, where BRS got defeated, it lost only by 2%. It had 36% to Congress's 38%. So there is a residual base which travels with you. Yeah. So I don't think Jagan is going to lose hugely. But electoral losses are possible.
Okay. We are also joined by Tejasvi Surya. Mr. Tejasvi, the numbers that seem to show up in Andhra Pradesh, so that is of course good news for the BJP, for the NDA per se, but having no ground presence in Andhra Pradesh, what do you think really worked for the combination? Obviously, Mr. Naidu and Mr. Pawan Kalyan, and of course the Prime Minister and Mr. Amit Shah, all of them campaigned very extensively.
I think there has been, multiple factors that have influenced our, results in our performance in Andhra Pradesh. One, of course, has been the Prime Minister's growing charisma, growing popularity all across the south of India. If you look at the projected numbers in states like Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, in every state in south of India, especially also in Karnataka, where the Congress is in power, the BJP is indicating to be performing exceedingly well. So I think the first factor is the Prime Minister's leadership, his charisma, and the delivery of the central government schemes. Second, specifically in Andhra Pradesh, there has been massive anti-incumbency against the Jagan Reddy government the last 10 years. They have been in power the last 10 years, ever since the formation of the state government. And just like how people of Telangana wanted a change and they voted in favor of the Congress party, the people's choice in Andhra Pradesh has been the Prime Minister's leadership and the NDA. And the coming together of Chandrababu Naidu, Pawan Kalyan and the Bhartiya Janata Party, it was a formidable force. We gave a lot of hope to people. It represented change, and I think all of these is what is reflecting in the numbers.
So are you saying in Kerala and Tamil Nadu as well, you're hoping to be able to win seats there?
Absolutely, madam. 100% we are confident. In Telangana, we are going to get to double digits. Though your exit polls may not be showing double digits in Telangana, I am very confident. Even yesterday, late night, I was talking to a lot of our party karyakartas, our MP candidates in Telangana. All of them are confident that BJP will cross double digits in Telangana. In Karnataka, most of the exit polls are showing somewhere around 22, 23 seats. I'm confident that we will at least have one or two more seats in Karnataka. In
If
both
you're saying
Kerala and
Telangana,
Tamil Nadu,
you're
I'm
going
sure
to get double
the
digits.
BJP
There
will
was a
open the seats.
BJP tweet. BJP handle, there was a tweet that suggested that Telangana, you're going to get only 4 to 5 seats yesterday.
I don't know which tweet you are speaking about, madam, but I am telling you that in Telangana, the reports that I have, the BJP will do very well. We are going to better our 2019 numbers.
Okay. Mr. Tejasvi is confident that you're going to better your 2019 numbers. Is that the same confidence that you're seeing? Is that the loss of the, the fall in a sense of the BRS that the BJP is really capitalizing on in this election?
Definitely, the people's mood in Telangana appears to be in favor of the Bhartiya Janata Party, and we have seen the vote percent even increase in the assembly elections also. And as far as the BRS is concerned, it has already lost its ground in assembly, and now they are going to totally lose their ground in parliament elections. Perhaps they will end up with zero, and that will be the Bharatiya Janata Party's gain. And we not only hope to gain from the BRS, but we also hope to gain from the Congress base also, because the performance of the Congress party in these 5-6 months, people are not happy. So I think even that vote bank also we will go. That is the reason why we are going to get this number of seats in Telangana.
I just must interject here to say that we had just about half an hour ago, we had an informal interaction with the Congress Chief Minister here, Revant Reddy, and he says he's preparing to get 4 ministries at the center for Telangana, and he's confident of making double digits, and he's thinking that the BJP is going to be back in single digits. Back to you, Veera.
One is confident till the 4th of June, Uma. After the 4th of June, the exit pollsters, politicians, all will put their confidence to test. But we'll see that. Tejasvi Surya is still with us. Before I go back to my panel, Tejasvi, very quickly, the exit poll numbers seem to be a big boost for the BJP as far as Karnataka is concerned. This was considered a crucial state for the Congress to win at least double-digit numbers after many decades. What do you make of the exit poll numbers? I know they are just exit polls still at this stage, but you must be smiling at them.
Veera Raghav, I think, there are 2-3 things that I would draw, as lessons from this, decision of the people of Karnataka, this mood of the people of Karnataka. One, that the collective intelligence of the voter must be respected. The people of this country are very clear between what is a state election and what issues go into a state election, what factors are involved in a state election versus a national election. So people were very clear that they were voting for the country's prime minister, they were voting to elect the country's leader for the next 5 years, and they had a national context to keep in mind. So people have made very clear difference between the assembly electoral choice and the parliamentary electoral choice. This is the first lesson. Second, I think this is also rejection of the Congress party's economic model that the Congress party wanted to, take to all over the country. The Congress party's economic model was a sure shot recipe for economic disaster all over the country. And the Congress has been the laboratory for this the last 1 year. While not a single rupee was spent on capital expenditure, on building infrastructure, while capital expenditure was, reduced, recurring expenditure and the money that was spent was only to further the freebies. This was a model that the people of Karnataka have rejected decisively at the national level. I think this is the second thing. The third thing is, again, people of Karnataka have shown that insofar as election of, the voting to BJP is concerned, there's a clarity of who is going to be the leader of the country. So if you vote for the BJP, people know that Modi is going to be the Prime Minister. And the Congress party is a confused lot. The India bloc is a confused lot. So they do not know who is going to be the leader for the country. So I think on all of these three counts.
Sorry, we're really out of time, but
Yes.
thank you so much for joining us on NDTV. And time for a short
Thank you
break.
so
More
much.
news and updates on the other side. Welcome back. All exit polls seem to be showing a comfortable majority for the NDA. And with us, we have this esteemed panel of guests. We're going to get closing remarks from all of them. Manisha ji, most surprising for me is Uttar Pradesh, because most of the surveys that I have on my laptop seem to be saying that the BJP could be improving its tally of 62 seats that it won in 2019. So, what
most surprising for me still remains the southern citadel for the Congress, the state of Karnataka. The state of Karnataka that had just about voted the Congress very comfortably into power, and it was believed would write the script for the resurgence of the Congress party, really coming down to the margins of the Lok Sabha elections. So I think I'm very surprised by Karnataka.
Amitabh, you are the state that shocks you the most in this.
No, I would say that as a concept, what shocks me the most is that the elections are not fought on social media. It is ultimately fought on the ground. And if you don't have soldiers on the ground, you will not be able to convert any mahal in votes in your favor. So that's what the message, what the exit polls are showing.
Shugata.
I mean, I agree with him. Social media is not social base. I think that's the thing that comes out from this. Congress was very, very aggressive on social media, but social media is not the social base.
Because there are ifs, you can't have shocks. You see? So, because the if always allows you to deal with the shock. I think the overall numbers seem to suggest the range that we have been talking of on NDTV is more or less correct. That's, I think, one point. On Karnataka, I think once again the Karnataka voter focusing on Lok Sabha and not the state is what this result which we are having in our exit poll shows. Yeah. But again, a big if there, going by what Manisha ji also said. We thought there was some movement going on in Karnataka, but if the exit poll is right, I think right.
Let's also not forget state like Kerala, where some of the exit polls are saying 0 to 3 for the BJP. Now, that could be a shocker. State of Tamil Nadu, where the exit polls are suggesting 2 to 4, some of them for the NDA. So all of them could be extremely interesting.
I think the predictability of the election, the predictability of this election that we thought before the Pran Pratishtha ceremony and after that remains some ways very similar to what we are seeing right now.
Well, that's all we have time for on this, but Rishika Barua is up next along with Vasudha to take you through more of these exit polls and the poll of polls that we are putting up here.